Hi all, happy Dasara to each and every one of you. On this Vijay Dashmi, we wish you'll get all that Vijayam, success to you in your exams, in your profession, whatever the dreams you have. We heartfully wish that you'll achieve that. Okay. Now, to be a part of your success story, many CMA final students will feel DT is one of the tricky subject. So there, I try to give my inputs and help you in getting success in the DT paper as my part. Okay. So now this strategy, sir, it's an effective strategy. It's more of this of like a strategy. I'll tell based on the trends what are the areas of focus, how do or focusing on what areas you could score well. Not only this, it's not just blindly selecting a chapter. I'll tell also how do we choose the chapters and whether they are easy only, because just because a chapter has continuous question in exam also, if at all it is very hard to learn, so that obviously that chapter we may be skipping. Sir, I'm talking this considering an average student, sir. Okay. So now if you see, sir, here for doing this strategy, I have reviewed all the 5 exam papers in the 2022 syllabus which were happened already. June 2023 exam, December 23, June 24, December 24, June 25. And then those exam papers related MQPs, okay, model question papers. For every attempt, there may be 2 sets, sometimes there will be only 1 set. All those papers has been reviewed there. And then here, sir, my intention is like not to go for selective study. My intention is to put extra focus on these important chapters. Okay, the other chapters, okay, it's up to you, but these chapters you should put very much focus. Then quickly, sir, how the DT paper pattern looks. So the DT paper pattern, DT paper has 8 questions. Question number 1 has 15 MCQs, each carries 2 marks, 30 marks. Question number 2 is a single question, 14 marks question, whereas 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All these questions will have 2 sub questions, each carries 7 marks, 14 marks each of a individual question. So overall, if you see, 30 marks for MCQs and 98 marks for the descriptive part of questions. Now, if you see here, out of 7 questions, you should write only 5 questions. So effectively you will be writing only 100 marks. That means you have 2 questions of choice. You have 2 questions of choice. Now, before again telling what are the important chapters and all, these are the chapters we are having at the CMA final level. What are those? Basics, deductions, PGBP, assessment of companies, IFOS, tax planning, capital gains, business restructuring, NR taxation, advanced tax and interest, return of income, CBDT and authorities, assessment procedures, search and seizure, appeals and revision, ICDS, DTAA, transfer pricing, black money, assessment of trust, collection, recovery and refund, advance ruling, penalties, equalization levy, liability in special cases, GAR, and then MCQs. Okay, we have this many chapters in our syllabus. Okay, sir, because of you been writing all the 8 subjects, maybe you are a working person, maybe you are a married woman who has to take care of her family as well and simultaneously has to take care of your studies as well. So considering you guys, you students or an average student, we have been giving this kind of approach, okay, or important questions kind of, sorry, it's like important chapters. Okay, so now let us see what is the trend also. Out of all these chapters, sir, question number 2 is always a 14 marks question, which will be from PGBP and assessment of companies. PGBP and assessment of companies chapter. Question number 3A and 3B is always from tax planning chapter, old versus new tax rates. Based on that, basic level question is asked under 3, whereas question number 2 is about PGBP and assessment of companies. Then question number 4A is about business restructuring chapter. 4B is always from NR taxation chapter. 5A is from advanced tax along with 234A, B, C interest. Question number 5B is about appeals. 6A and 6B, 7A and 7B are always from DTAA and transfer pricing chapters. 8B is also from transfer pricing, whereas 8A alone we cannot guess. Okay, now here you understood, out of all these chapters there was no 7 marks question always, only from these chapters. Okay, you look at all those 5 exam papers, sir, maybe at one or two places there may be differences, that also in a exceptional attempt, but otherwise this would be the pattern which is going to be there. PGBP and assessment of companies, first one. Tax planning, old versus new. Business restructuring, NR taxation, advanced tax appeals, DTAA, transfer pricing. Okay, now before going to MCQ, sir, let us first finalize the descriptive part. Sir, these are my books. Okay, these are the books which I have prepared for the CMA final. So what is the good thing about these books is, like, I'll show you the PDF, sir, you will understand it much more clearly. The goodness of this book is, like, see, this is the same book, sir, okay, which is in color coded format. The thing is, like, to make it your preparation easy, the questions has been well organized based on the exam question order only. You could see you wanted to answer question number 2 and 3 in the exam. What chapters you need to be focused? Basics, deductions, PGBP, assessment of companies, IFRS, tax planning. Those chapters has been grouped here. Okay, see, the chapters flow also will be there only. Okay, for easy identification, sir, this first set of chapters, let us, for our easy reference, question number 2, 3 are called as like section A. Section A will be referred with one kind of color of template so that you could easily identify them. Then question number 4, 14 marks, again a different template. Question number 5, 6. So a beautifully crafted material, sir, which is on point or on focus of the exams. Okay, now coming back here, why I mentioned material means, sir, basics, deductions, many students deductions chapter they are ignoring. But okay, I'm showing here, sir, in the pattern we wrote, PGBP and assessment of companies question. It's a full-fledged 14 marks question. At last, they'll give 1 or 2 deductions which were related to companies. Okay, there are many times they have even linked 1 or 2 deductions. You don't know deductions, then you leave that part. Tax planning plus old versus new regime, deductions will get interlinked. Then advanced tax, again tax computation, deductions will be linked. DTA chapter, again tax computations, deductions will get linked. So there are hardly 4 to 5 7 marks questions, I mean around 25 to 30 marks are linked with the deductions chapter. There is no standalone question from deductions, but still this many questions are being linked from deductions chapter. So you should obviously focus on what? Deductions chapter. Then basics. So the main problem where it is going is, like, you are not studying the basics interlevel part properly. So first my intention is, like, basics and deductions you plan, you read, you understand thoroughly. Sir, I know basics, those tax rates, those kind of deductions or can't be remembered easily in one go. I can't give you any simple shortcut also. Okay, I don't have any kind of injections or a capsule. Just because you have a capsule, you will remember everything. Deductions, basics, those things you will remember only once you revise number of times. But very, very important. First one, second one. Okay, then PGBP. Many students, okay, I don't know, sir. So because I personally seen the Telugu students, like from inter level also, with the face-to-face interactions also, many students inter level they have left PGBP. Final level also they had this phobia of PGBP and then leave PGBP. Question number 2, outrightly they'll take it as choice because it's a 14 marks question, so many provisions will be there, it's not our cup of tea, so they'll leave that one. But I am saying you, sir, I have seen all the 5 exam questions at a, okay, at an independent level. I mean, so I don't have any bias over one chapter seen, and I felt PGBP questions are mostly the easy questions. You are leaving PGBP chapter and making your life complicated in DT. So PGBP chapter you should learn. So because, sir, leave about the syllabus and all also. PGBP is the heart of income tax, the heart of tax, the tax business. business. Business is the one who pays or which pays more tax. So that is what important in your real life also. So it's the heart, and even exam wise also. Okay, that's why PGBP don't ever take choice. Try to, yes, it takes time, but you have still 2 months of time. Start learning PGBP from now. You learn PGBP with PGBP and these basics chapters, basics, deductions, PGBP. Sir, assessment of companies is a simple chapter, sir. There will be MAT and companies related tax rates. You learn PGBP. Assessment of companies, nothing is there, the same PGBP. Okay, then IFOS, the basic interlevel tax planning is also simple chapter. This set of chapters you cannot take choice. Out of them, only IFOS is of some kind of least important. All the other chapters are very much important. Okay, including MCQs, sir. You have seen here MCQs also, like category by category will go, sir. From this first category alone, there will be always one MCQ from assessment of companies chapter, one MCQ from basics chapter. So here one MCQ, here one MCQ, and another MCQ can be from any of these chapter. So plus here 3 MCQs. So this set of 6 chapters, most of them are like interlevel basics connected only. How many marks you are fetching, sir? 34 marks. 34 marks. So this set of 6 chapters you should focus thoroughly. Point number 1. Then the second set, sir. The second set is about question number 6 DTAA, question number 7 transfer pricing. I mean, they may okay, they may be changing also. 6B sometimes may be transfer pricing also, and 8B. Sir, I am not counting 8B also. Just think of 6 and 7 only. Always from DTAA and transfer pricing. Okay. So how many marks, sir? These two together, 28 marks. 28 marks plus every attempt minimum of 4 MCQs. Okay, sir, GAR 1 MCQ. So I am leaving here GAR chapter also, fully descriptive. Only from DTAA and transfer pricing also you will have every time 3 MCQs. So 3 MCQs now, again here 6 marks. How much, sir? 34 marks. So this 34 here and this 34 here. How many chapters are DTAA and transfer pricing? Sir, over a period, because of many faculties are explaining the importance of DTA and transfer pricing. Yes, every student nowadays doing transfer pricing, but transfer pricing chapter, sir, me as a faculty explaining is very easy because the provisions are very less, and when I explain a problem, you'll understand them easily also. Okay, because I did all the research and came to the class and explained it in a simple way. But the mistake you guys are doing, because I seen certified copies, transfer pricing, sir, one is like those methods of computation of arm's length price. It could be cup method, resale price method, so profit split method. Those methods are there, right? And the other one is like thin capitalization, 94B. 94B part, easy question only. But when coming to this arm's length price calculation questions, you are just reading theory and following 1 or 2 marathons, maybe class you are listening and doing. That cannot give you the marks in transfer pricing. Each question you should experience. Okay, because the concept explanation is very less. You should experience. The same applicables even with DTA also. Sir, DTA chapter has no scope at all, because what we will tell, the foreign tax paid will be given as credit to you. Further, you will be calculating Indian tax. Every problem is of a different kind of model. One problem consists of IFOS income, one problem consists of house property income, one problem consists of PGBP income. That's why DTAA transfer pricing questions, if you are targeting these questions, then thorough practice is much important. Okay, sir, nobody can save you. Mark my words in this place. You have to sit, read every question, try to understand. They'll take time, solve it, then only you will get transfer pricing and DTA questions. Each and every question has to be experienced individually. Only, sir, out of 28 marks, 14 marks, 7 marks question, one will be from theory. Easily you could answer. There will be whatever the theory, simple, some 6-7 questions will be there. That theory, you'll get one question. Then thin capitalization, 94B, that also you'll get. But others, 2 7 marks also you should write, right? Those are problems, real problems. To answer those 2 questions, you should have practiced n number of times the transfer pricing. Okay, sir? Never ever forget this. If any other one says also, don't believe that, trust me, you should practice thoroughly. And one more thing, sir, take it as a brotherly advice. PGBP chapter don't leave. Try to the PGBP question you could do that, practice it. It's a simple chapter only. Then question, okay, now 4 questions done, sir. Now 8th question, sir. The problem with 8th question is like, we don't know where 8A is there and which from 8B transfer pricing only, but 8A we are not sure. When you pick a question, you should be able to write what A and B also, right? So 8 in my classroom, I said like many of the times 8 will be your choice question. Okay, so leave 8, I will say. But sometimes if there is no other alternative, you will write for 8 also. But I'm assuming here 8 you will take it as choice. So you have one more choice question. What could be it? Question number 4 or question number 5? Right. Sir, it could be any of the things, sir. I'll tell the plus and minus of question number 4, question number 5. Sir, for question number 4, one is from business restructuring, the other one is from non-resident taxation. Business restructuring question 4A, on a parallel note, here 5A will be from advanced tax. If you ask me which is easy, advanced tax question is only easy. Then the second question, sir, 4B is from non-resident taxation, 5B is from appeals chapter. 5B is from appeals chapter. Now head on head, 4B is here, 5B is here. Non-resident taxation chapter, sir, there will be so many provisions, non-resident related, so many tax rates, so many concepts. Mutual funds, one thing will be there, then investment fund, okay, simple non-resident only, but different of investments, there will be different tax rates, tedious rates. Okay, it's not something easy which you'll get it in a simple way. Okay, comparatively appeals chapter is very easy, very easy. Okay, so if you see head on head, 4 versus 5, 4A little tough only, I said. 5A easy, 5B also easy compared to the 4. But the problem is, to answer 5B, you cannot just read appeals and revision chapter. You should have understanding of assessment procedures chapter, set seizure. To know assessment procedures and set seizure chapter, you should have understanding of return of income chapter also. Okay, so 4 and 5 always there is a tight conflict, sir. Okay, what I will say, sir, we can never go by taking choice in the preparation itself unto the exam. You prepare first, even for the choice question also. There in exam, based on the toughness, you should take choice, right? So I would tell you, prepare this set of chapters and even this set of chapters also. Only CBDT and authorities doesn't have much relevance. ICDS doesn't have much relevance. Capital gains also, sir. Just the day before exam, you need not to study. Before you read one time to understand the whole flow, and if any point comes here and there also to have understanding. But capital gains, you need not to do thorough study. Business restructuring, NR, advanced tax, return of income, assessment, set seizure, appeals and revision. This you need to do. Then coming to MCQs. Here there will be 2 MCQs, sir. Here there will be such one MCQ. Here there will be 3 MCQs, sir. 3 MCQs. You could see 3, 5, 8. Here another 3 MCQs, 11, and 2 MCQs. Here 1, here 1 or 2, and here 1. So that 15 MCQs will get completed. Okay, so for doing question number 4 and 5 also, I'll tell you, at least prepare for the 6 questions. You will be in a position to write 5 questions or 4.5 questions also think. Okay, so what I am going to tell you, what I am going to conclude, the first set of chapters which will help you in answering question number 2 and 3 and the question number 6 and 7 related transfer pricing TTA, these are the core. You practice n number of times, nobody can stop you in clearing your DT exams. Okay, with exemption you will clear. Okay, trust me in this. Okay, okay, sir, I didn't learn PGBP, sir. I didn't understand your approach, sir. Okay, so don't take it as like a promotion. But obviously, so I'm here to take classes only, right? EVO batch of CMA final is going to commence from October 5th. In this EVO batch, my coverage is whatever the strategy I have said to you. To fit this strategy only, I'll cover the EVO parts. Okay, sir? So that's why, if at all you are planning to have clarity, or if you are missing any clarity, you are worried about DT, you didn't learn PGBP, you know transfer pricing, but you don't know how to answer questions, which questions and all, then this EVO will definitely will help you. Okay? Then, books are, at least like if at all you cannot take the books, this is like concept book and this is the workbook, sir. Both are like prepared considering the past level of exam questions and all. Workbook also, the chapter focus is this one, sir. Okay, so you'll definitely understand everything possible. Order the books, there will be a marathon focusing this way only. If at all you have time and you could afford, take the EO classes live, join in the live classes, or if possible attend face to face in Chennai. We'll have definitely, sir, this time DT60 is pakka. Okay, we'll go with that mindset.